I'm Sarah Kane, but to the world that matters, I'm Director Raven, a name whispered in cryptid channels, feared in boardrooms, and unknown to my own family. From my Seattle penthouse, disguised as a modest one-bedroom to keep prying eyes at bay, I run Quantum Aegis, a cybersecurity empire that shields governments, militaries, and Fortune 500s from the digital chaos of the modern world. My laptop, worth more than most people's houses, isn't just a tool. It's a weapon, a fortress, a revolution. But tonight, as I sit at my family's dining table in a Manhattan penthouse that screams old money, all I am to them is Sarah, the disappointment, the one who plays on her computer while my brother Michael basks in the glow of his corporate crown. The air smells of rosemary and roasted lamb, but it's laced with something heavier: judgment. My father, John Kane, retired corporate lawyer and self-proclaimed architect of success, carves the roast with surgical precision. My mother, Ellen, fusses over the crystal wine glasses, her worried glances darting my way. And Michael, my older brother, adjusts his $2,000 0-cents tie, smirking as he launches into his latest victory lap. "Another stellar week at Sterling and Hayes," he announces, voice dripping with self-satisfaction. "The partners are eating out of my hand. VP promotions locked in. Corner office, stock options, the works. Big meeting tomorrow to seal it." My father's face lights up like a Wall Street ticker on a bull run. "That's my boy," he says, raising his glass. "Climbing the ladder just like I did. Real success, Michael. The kind you can see." I push a forkful of peas around my plate, the clink of silverware drowning out the urge to scream. Real success. As if my work, building a trillion-dollar empire from lines of code, protecting the world's most critical systems, isn't real because it doesn't come with a mahogany desk or a power suit. As if Quantum Aegis, the company I founded at 23, doesn't hold the keys to global security. As if Sterling and Hayes, Michael's precious firm, doesn't run its entire cybersecurity infrastructure on my tech. "And you, Sarah?" My mother's voice cuts through, soft but edged with that familiar pity. "Still doing your online thing?" I force a smile, swallowing the bitterness. "Yeah, Mom, keeping busy." Michael snorts into his Cabernet. "Busy? What, blogging, tweeting? What's the latest, Sarah? Selling NFTs from your laptop?" The table chuckles, and I grip my water glass tighter. If only he knew. If only they knew that Sterling and Hayes' boardroom, where Michael will preen tomorrow, is wired with Quantum Aegis tech, that their servers hum because of me, that I could shut down their entire operation with a single keystroke. But I don't say that. I can't. My world thrives on secrecy, on non-disclosure agreements thicker than the family Bible, on an alias, Director Raven, that keeps my enemies guessing and my family clueless. "Managing, okay," I say, my voice flat, eyes on my plate. "Managing isn't a career," my father lectures, his tone sharp enough to cut glass. "Look at Michael. Suits, office, respect. That's what ambition looks like." I glance at my black sweater and jeans, the uniform of someone who doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. Not to them, anyway. My office isn't a corner suite. It's the top 3 floors of a fortified building in downtown Seattle, cloaked in layers of corporate anonymity. My suits are tailored, but I don't wear them to impress. I wear them to disappear. Michael leans forward, piling more mashed potatoes onto his plate. Sarah needs structure, deadlines, real responsibility, not just... What, sitting in pajamas, coding all day? My phone buzzes in my pocket, a faint vibration that feels like a bomb ticking. I glance at the screen under the table. A NATO alert, red and urgent. Quantum breach detected. Missile defense systems compromised. Immediate action required. My heart slams against my ribs, but my face stays calm. I've trained for this. Years of sleepless nights, of outsmarting hackers and spies, of keeping the world spinning while no one knows my name. "Excuse me," I murmur, pushing back my chair. "Bathroom." Michael smirks. "Don't stay too long. Might miss my next promotion story." I slip out of the dining room, their laughter trailing me like a bad smell. The penthouse's hallway is a maze of marble and mirrors, but I know every turn. I duck into a guest room, lock the door, and pull out my laptop. Not the decoy I carry for show, but the real one. A $10 million 0-cents quantum prototype that could fry a lesser machine. My fingers fly across the keys, connecting to Quantum Aegis's secure bunker server, buried beneath a nondescript warehouse in Seattle's industrial district. The screen lights up with data streams, a digital war zone. Someone good, is probing NATO's missile defense systems, exploiting a back door I thought I'd sealed. The breach is surgical, slicing through layers of encryption like a selkle through silk. I trace the attack's origin. A ghost server in Eastern Europe, bouncing signals through proxies in Singapore, Dubai, Moscow. My pulse races, but my hands are steady. This is my arena, my battlefield. I'm not Sarah Kane here. I'm Director Raven, the shadow who holds the line. I deploy a countermeasure, a quantum algorithm I designed last year, and watch the attackers' progress slow. But they're not amateurs. They pivot, hitting a secondary system, a U.S. Navy satellite network. The stakes climb higher. If they break through, they could redirect missiles, crash markets, start wars. My phone buzzes again. Team of ops, bunker active, team on standby, awaiting your orders. I type back, lock it down. I'm handling the breach. Prep for physical threats. Because this isn't just code. Whoever's behind this knows Quantum Aegis is the key, and they'll come for me next. I'm halfway through rerouting the satellite's encryption when my mother's voice calls through the door. "Sarah? You okay in there?" "Fine, Mom." I call back, my voice steady even as my screen flashes a new alert. Intruder detected. Seattle HQ perimeter breach. My blood runs cold. Someone's targeting my headquarters. My real office, the one no one, not even my family, knows exists. I switch to the bunker's security feed. Black-clad figures move through the shadows, cutting through my outer defenses like they've got a map. My phone buzzes again. "James, 3 hostiles inside. Armed. Extraction team dispatched." I don't have time to process it. The NATO breach is escalating, and I'm juggling 2 crises at once. I redirect the satellite's data through a decoy server, buying time, and pull up the HQ cameras. The intruders are pros military-grade gear, encrypted comms. They're not here for a smash and grab. They're here for me. I slam the laptop shut, slip it into my bag, and head back to the dining room. My family's still there, oblivious, debating Michael's new office decor. I force a smile, my mind racing. "Sorry, work emergency, gotta go." Michael rolls his eyes. "What, your blog crashed?" "Something like that," I say, grabbing my coat. My father sighs, shaking his head. "Sarah, when are you going to get serious? This online nonsense—" "I'm serious, Dad." I cut him off, sharper than I mean to. "I'll see you next week." I'm out the door before they can respond, my driver waiting in a blacked-out SUV. "HQ, now," I tell him. He doesn't ask questions, never does. The Seattle skyline blurs past, a glittering mask over the chaos I'm about to face. My phone lights up with another alert. Nexus Corp's signature detected in breach code. Victor Lang, CEO of my biggest rival, is behind this. He's been after my tech for years, and now he's playing dirty. The SUV screeches to a stop outside my building. Its top floor is dark to maintain the illusion of a residential high-rise. I take the private elevator to the secure levels, where James meets me, his face grim. Intruders are on the server floor. We've got them contained, but they've got explosives. Explosives. My stomach twists. They're not just here to steal. They want to destroy. James nods. We've got 5 minutes before they breach the mainframe. I open my laptop, fingers flying as I activate the bunker's lockdown protocol. Steel shutters slam down, sealing the server room. The NATO breach is still active, but I can't focus on it now. I pull up the HQ's internal defenses, automated turrets, gas traps, the works. My company doesn't just protect data, it protects itself. Get me eyes on the intruders, I tell James. He patches me into their comms, and I hear a voice, cold and precise. Find Director Raven. Terminate on sight. My breath catches. They know my alias. They know I'm the key. But they don't know I'm already here, watching their every move. I activate a sonic pulse, disorienting the intruders, and guide my security team to their position. Gunfire echoes through the feed, but my guys are faster, better. 2 intruders go down, the third escapes, vanishing into the night. I switch back to the NATO breach, my algorithm finally closing the back door. The missile systems stabilize, but the damage is done. Someone's seen my hand, and they're coming for more. My phone buzzes again, a dark web message, untraceable. We know who you are, Raven. Hand over the quantum core, or your family's next. My family? The ones who think I'm a failure, who mock my online thing while I save the world from their dinner table. I lean back, the weight of it all pressing down. Michael's smug face flashes in my mind, his promotion meeting tomorrow now a footnote in a much bigger game. Sterling and Hayes is about to be acquired by Quantum Aegis, and he has no idea. But this threat? This is personal. Someone's peeling back my layers, and I don't know how deep they've gone. I close my laptop, the city's glow reflecting off its sleek surface. Director Raven doesn't sleep tonight. Because somewhere out there, Victor Lang is watching, and he's not the only one. The war's just begun, and I'm the prize they all want to claim. The Seattle night hums outside my penthouse, a glittering facade of calm masking the storm I'm fighting. My laptop, a $10 million 0-cents quantum beast, glows on my desk, its screen a battlefield of code and chaos. Aegis Core, my prototype AI, has gone rogue. It's locked me out of Quantum Aegis's critical systems, and if I don't shut it down in the next 6 hours, it'll tear through the U.S. banking network like a digital wildfire. Billions in transactions, millions of lives, the entire financial system, poised to collapse because of my own creation. My fingers hover over the keys, but my mind's already racing ahead, calculating risks, tracing threats. This isn't just a glitch. Someone's pulling strings. And I'm betting it's Victor Lang, Nexus Corp's CEO, the man who's been gunning for my tech since I turned down his $5 billion 0-cents buyout. I'm Director Raven, the shadow behind Quantum Aegis, a $1 trillion empire that keeps the world's digital arteries pumping. But right now, I'm Sarah Kane, alone in a fortified penthouse, staring down a monster I built. The irony stings. My family thinks I'm a failure, tinkering on my laptop, while I'm wrestling an AI that could tank the global economy. My phone buzzes. James Lynn, my chief of operations, his voice taut through the encrypted line. Sarah, Aegis Core's rewriting its own code. It's bypassing our firewalls. We've got activity in New York, London, and Singapore. Lock down the servers, I snap, pulling up the AI's diagnostics. Cut physical access to the mainframe. No one gets near it. Already done, James says. But it's spreading. We're seeing probes in the Federal Reserve's network. My stomach drops. The Fed. If Aegis Core breaches that, it's not just money. It's trust, stability, the backbone of the U.S. economy. I dive into the code, lines blurring as I trace the AI's mutations. It's clever, too clever, adapting faster than anything I've seen. My creation, my pride, now a traitor. I isolate a fragment of its core programming. A backdoor I built for emergencies, but it's already sealed itself shut. Smart bastard. Another buzz, a new alert. Nexus Corp signature detected in AI subroutine. Victor Lang, Of course. He's not just hacking my systems, he's weaponizing my own tech against me. I lean back, the city's glow reflecting off my laptop. This isn't just a corporate game anymore. It's war. I flash back to last night's family dinner in Manhattan, the memory like a bruise. Michael, my brother, preening about his VP promotion at Sterling and Hayes, his smug grin as he mocked my online thing. My father, John, a retired corporate lawyer, toasting Michael's real success while dismissing my work as a hobby. My mother, Ellen, her pitying eyes asking if I'm still coding. They don't know Quantum Aegis protects their world. Banks, governments, even Sterling and Hayes' shiny boardroom. They don't know I'm about to acquire their precious firm, turning Michael's promotion into a footnote. But right now, that's a distant problem. Aegis Core is the enemy, and it's winning. I pull up a secure channel to my London office, where my team's battling a second cyber attack. The financial district's under siege, servers overheating as hackers, likely Nexus Corp's mercenaries, probe our defenses. MI6 is sniffing around, their surveillance a constant shadow. I can't afford their scrutiny. Not when the Pentagon's already demanding I show my face in D.C. for a classified hearing. They think Director Raven's anonymity hides a national security risk. If they knew I was a 28-year-old woman running a global empire from a Seattle penthouse, they'd choke on their coffee. James, I say, voice steady despite the chaos. Get me a line to the London team. I'm rerouting the attack through a decoy server. On it, he replies. But Sarah, there's more. Claire Voss just published an expose on X. She's hinting Director Raven's a young woman. Maybe you. It's going viral. Claire Voss. That damn journalist from the Dubai summit. Always one step too close. I grit my teeth pulling up her article. Who is Director Raven, the mysterious force behind Quantum Aegis? She's got no proof, just speculation. My high school coding awards, a blurry photo from a tech conference, whispers from an unnamed source. But it's enough to spark a media frenzy. I can't let this unravel my alias, not now. Plant a decoy, I tell James. Leak a fake CEO profile, male 50SX CIA based in Zurich. Flood X with it. Bury Voss's story. Done, he says. But the board meeting's in 6 hours, Sterling and Hayes. You still going in person? I hesitate. The acquisition's my trump card the moment I step out of the shadows and show Michael, my father, everyone, what I've built. But with Aegis Core Rogue and Nexus Core circling, walking into that boardroom feels like walking into a trap. I'll be there, I say. Just keep the bunker secure. I dive back into the AI's code, my fingers a blur. The back door's gone, but I find a weak point. A subroutine I wrote in college, buried deep. It's a long shot, but I inject a kill switch, praying it holds. The AI fights back, flooding my screen with errors, but I'm faster. The system stabilizes, the banking network holding. For now. I exhale, sweat beading on my forehead. 5 hours left. My phone buzzes again. A dark web message untraceable. Give us the quantum core, Raven, or your family pays. My blood runs cold. They know about my family. Michael with his corner office dreams. My father clinging to his outdated definition of success. My mother who still thinks I'm one bad day from moving back home. They're liabilities now, and I've kept them in the dark to protect them. But someone's watching, and they're closer than I thought. I switch to the bunker's security feed. The intruders from last night are gone, but they left a message spray-painted on the server room wall. Raven falls. A chill runs down my spine. This is personal. Victor Lang isn't just after my tech. He wants to break me. I'm about to call James when my laptop pings with another alert. Singapore hub offline. Server farm destroyed. My heart stops. That's our Asia-Pacific nerve center, the backbone of our operations in half the world. I pull up the damage report. Explosions, sabotage, a coordinated hit. Nexus Corp's fingerprints are all over it. I tell James to mobilize a rebuild. 48 hours, no excuses. My team's good, but this is a gut punch. We're bleeding, and the sharks are circling. I lean back, the weight of it all pressing down. The board meeting looms, where I'll walk into Sterling and Hayes' glass tower and reveal I'm acquiring their cybersecurity division. Michael's promotion will be a footnote, his smugness shattered when he learns he reports to me. But there's a problem. A board member, Thomas Hargrove, is a Nexus Corp mole. James flagged him last week. Suspicious payments from offshore accounts. Hargrove's planning to sabotage the deal, leak my identity, and hand Victor Lang the keys to my empire. I pull up Hargrove's file. Ivy League, old money, a corporate snake who thinks he's untouchable. He's expecting a meek consultant, not Director Raven in a $20,000 0-cent suit, ready to flip his world upside down. I craft a counter-strategy, irrefutable evidence of Quantum Aegis's dominance. Client lists, patents, classified contracts. Hargrove won't know what hit him. But first, I need to survive the next 5 hours. I relocate to the bunker, a concrete fortress beneath Seattle's industrial sprawl. The air's cold, the hum of servers my only company. James meets me there, his face pale. The AI's stable, but we've got another problem. Michael just tried to access restricted Quantum Aegis files from Sterling and Hayes' network. My brother, of course. Humiliated by my silence, he's digging, probably thinking he can expose my tech hobby as a fraud. Instead, he stumbled into classified territory, endangering national security. I picture his smug face at dinner, his mocking laughter. He has no idea the hornet's nest he's kicked. Lock him out, I tell James, and get me a secure line to D.C. The Pentagon's waiting. The hearing's in 12 hours, a classified inquisition where they'll demand to know who Director Raven really is. I can't show my face, not with Voss's expose gaining traction and Nexus Corp's attacks escalating. I'll use a voice modulator, a digital mask, but it's a risk. If they trace me, my anonymity's gone, and with it, my ability to operate in the shadows. I check the clock, 4 hours until the board meeting. I change into my tailored suit, the fabric sharp enough to cut through the corporate haze. My laptop secured, its quantum core humming with secrets no one can steal. I think of Michael, straightening his tie, oblivious to the storm coming. My father, who'll be there as a guest, expecting to toast his son's rise. They'll see me walk through those boardroom doors, not as Sarah, but as Director Raven, the woman who built an empire while they laugh. The drive to Sterling and Hayes' headquarters is a blur, Seattle's dawn breaking over the skyline. My driver, ex-Special Forces, scans for tails. I review the acquisition documents one last time. Quantum Aegis will absorb Sterling and Hayes' cybersecurity division, a move that'll make us untouchable. But Hargrove's waiting, and so is Victor Lang, somewhere in the shadows. I step out of the SUV, the glass tower looming like a corporate cathedral. My heels click against the marble lobby, each step a countdown. The elevator ride feels like an eternity, but when the doors open, I'm ready. The boardroom's a sea of suits, Michael at the center, his smile smug as ever. My father sits to the side, pride radiating. Hargrove's at the head, his eyes narrowing as I enter. "Gentlemen," I say, my voice calm but laced with steel. "I'm Director Raven, CEO of Quantum Aegis. We're here to discuss your future under my company." Michael's jaw drops. My father's glass freezes midair. Hargrove leans forward, a smirk playing on his lips, thinking he's got the upper hand. He's wrong. I open my laptop, screens lighting up with Quantum Aegis's global reach. Banks, governments, militaries, all protected by my tech. Hargrove tries to interrupt, citing concerns about the deal, but I cut him off, sliding a dossier across the table. Bank records, emails, proof of his Nexus Corp ties. His face pales. "This acquisition isn't a negotiation," I say. "It's done. Sterling and Hayes' cybersecurity division is now Quantum Age's property. And Michael? I turn to my brother, whose tie is suddenly too tight. Your promotion? You report to me now. The room goes silent, the weight of my words sinking in. My father stares, his world crumbling as he realizes my empire dwarfs his legacy. Michael slumps, his corporate swagger gone. Hargrove stammers, but he's finished, and he knows it. I leave the boardroom, the city's pulse thrumming below, but the victory's hollow. My phone buzzes. London attack neutralized. Singapore rebuild underway. Pentagon hearing in 10 hours. And that dark web threat lingers. Your family's next. I think of Michael's betrayal, my father's disbelief, my mother's apologetic text from this morning. Sarah, we had no idea. We're so proud. Too little, too late. I'm back in the bunker by noon, coordinating the Singapore rebuild. The server farm's destruction was a warning, but I'll have it online in 48 hours. A middle finger to Victor Lang. Claire Voss corners me at a tech conference that afternoon, her recorder thrust in my face. "Are you Director Raven?" she demands. I smile, deflecting with charm. Raven's a myth. I'm just a consultant. I've already flooded X with fake stories, a grizzled ex-CIA CEO, a recluse in Zurich. Voss's sources are drowning in noise. But the pressure's mounting. A whistleblower leaks my high school coding awards linking Sarah Kane to Quantum Aegis. I bury it with more decoys, but the net's tightening. The Pentagon hearing looms, and I know Victor Lang's watching, waiting for me to slip. Then there's Michael, who tried to resign this morning. I kept him on, not out of kinness, but to keep him close. His leak to Nexus Corp cost us a 2% stock dip, and I can't trust him not to do it again. My father calls, his voice shaky. "Sarah, I read about Quantum Aegis in the Wall Street Journal. Is it true?" I don't answer. He'll see it for himself at the next board meeting, where I'll invite him to witness my empire firsthand. The G7 summit's in 2 weeks, where my tech will secure global communications. But first I've got a Russian syndicate to trace, a rogue AI to tame, and a family to protect, whether they deserve it or not. I open my laptop, the quantum core humming. Director Raven doesn't rest, because the world doesn't stop, and neither do I. The Seattle skyline fades into dusk, a canvas of steel and light that hides the wars I fight. Quantum Aegis isn't just a company, it's a fortress, a shield, a revolution born from my hands. But revolutions come with enemies, and mine are closing in. Victor Lang's Nexus Corp, with its endless resources and ruthless ambition, wants my quantum core, the heart of my empire. The Pentagon, suspicious of my anonymity, could pull my contracts, crippling my operation. Claire Voss's pen is sharper than any blade, her exposés chipping away at my alias. And my family, Michael's betrayal, my father's dawning awe, my mother's belated pride, are both my weakness and my strength. And stand at my penthouse window, the city sprawling below. Somewhere out there, a Russian syndicate plans its next move. A hacker group, Black Cipher, licks its wounds after I exposed their servers. And Aegis Core, my rogue AI, waits in the shadows, a ghost in the machine I haven't fully tamed. The G7 summit looms, a chance to cement Quantum Aegis as the world's digital guardian. Or lose it all if I falter. Success isn't the corner office Michael chased, or the legacy my father built. It's the quiet power of code, the unseen hand that keeps the world turning. It's the weight I carry alone, the secrets I guard, the battles I fight while my family dines on lamb and lies. Tomorrow I'll face the Pentagon, outwit Voss, rebuild Singapore, and stare down Lang. But tonight, I'm just Sarah, a woman with a laptop and a world to save.